Um, hello? Hello? I'm over here. Oh, hi! So, I've just come back from a Steam Rally show that I went to on the 29th of April. So, every year, me and my family and my boyfriend go to this Steam Rally show in Yeovil. And basically, a Steam Rally is a celebration of everything old, which I love because I love history, love learning about history, love looking at historic things. We celebrate old vintage cars, which I love. Especially the really old minis because they're so cute and I really want an old mini. Old motorbikes, old engines, old commercial vehicles, lorries and such. The main attraction really that it's built around are old steam engines. I will insert a photo there. They are basically the steam trains that would pull really heavy goods and stuff like that, and then later on some of them were used to run carnival floats. They would have pretty lights and stuff like that on them, and I think it's really cool. So that happened and it was really good fun. Because I've been going to these steam shows since I was about 6, it got me thinking of some more childhood things. I am constantly filled with nostalgia for a lot of things. I thought that I'd make a video on 5 things that I found difficult to say goodbye to whilst I was growing up. That might seem like a depressing thing to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. It's not really a tag. If anyone else wants to talk about it, then go ahead. The first thing was my Barbie wallpaper. I was about 4 or 5. I moved out of the tiny room, which is now the guest room, and moved into this room, which used to be my brother's room. And we redecorated with what I wanted at the time, which was Barbie wallpaper. I was in love with it the whole time, but I had it for an awfully long time. I think the next time I had my room redecorated was 14 or 15, so I had Barbie for a long time. It was a good part of my life that Barbie stayed with me. And I remember when my mum was pregnant with my little sister, we would go into Mothercare and she'd have to buy small clothes, bottles, high chairs. But they would sell Barbie outfits. And every time we went in there, she would get me a little Barbie outfit so that I didn't feel left out while she was buying everything for my sister to be born. All my Barbies have now unfortunately gone, I think, from 1. I think I kept 1. But saying goodbye, well, to my wallpaper and Barbie in general, actually, was a big step up for me, I think. The second thing is saying goodbye to my old tape player. Every night before I went to bed, I had to be listening to something, and I still do now. I have to listen to something and my mind has to be focused on something while I'm falling asleep. And when I was little, Mum bought me a tape player, and I had tapes of nursery rhymes, of stories, and obviously a tape has 2 sides, so it'll play one side and then it'll go click and turn off, and then you have to pull it out and turn it round and play the other side. And when I was in bed and half asleep and the tape would click, it would wake me up, but I was too lazy to turn the tape over myself, so I would shout, "Mom!" and she would be like, "Does your tape need turning over?" You have to come in and turn it over for me. This was every time it clicked that she would listen to the click purposefully. And listening to fairy tales, etc., moved on to listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks, and Dad then started getting the CD versions of the audiobooks. My tape player went, and I feel so nostalgic about thinking about my little tape player. The third thing, when it was just me and Mum when I was really small, she had a white Peugeot called Daisy for her car, and I loved Daisy. We went everywhere in Daisy, and thinking about her now makes me really sad because she was like my childhood chariot, if you wish. So the next thing is saying goodbye to my first ever laptop. Dad gave it to me. He said, the first thing we've got to do is defrag it because it's a mess. And I was like, what the hell is defragging, but okay. Defragging is basically where you just go through all the files. The computer itself goes through all the files and puts everything where it should. And it took 2 days to do that. A computer now would probably take about 10 minutes. It took 2 whole days. It took so long. This was the first laptop that I ever went on the internet with. First laptop that I used to do schoolwork and it was the love of my life and I loved it. And now the last thing is not really an object, it's more of a time in my life. This thing is saying goodbye to primary school.
Most people say at the time that they leave primary school, they're excited, they want to grow up, they want to go to secondary school, they want to go out with their friends, they want to be independent, etc, etc.
When it was the last day of primary school, I cried my eyes out. I did not want to leave. We were sat in the classroom, we'd said goodbye to everyone. We did a thing where we wrote our names on a piece of paper and then stuck it on our backs, and then people had to just come up and write something nice about you. Because I was the really shy, quiet girl in school and not many people sort of bothered with me. I had my best friends, obviously. None of the really cool people knew that I existed. And even those types of people had come and written on my back really nice things. And I was so overwhelmed that I just burst into tears. I'd give anything to go back to primary school right now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video wasn't too super rambly, as let's not kid ourselves, most of my videos are really rambly. If you would like to see more of my face, then please subscribe to me, and if you enjoyed this video, then please leave it a thumbs up. If you have any childhood things that you've said goodbye to in the past that you still think about and are still, the memories are important to you, please let me know in the comments, just because I'm really interested to know. So I'll see you all in my next video, everyone. Bye!